So, welcome back. I told you guys that I would kind of try to do an extension, an enrichment activity. Part of the expectation at some point with you guys when you add fractions, whether they have like denominators or unlike denominators, is that they have to be in what we call simplest form. So we want to kind of break those fractions, the sums of those fractions, or the differences, the products, whatever it might be, that when you get your answer, you need to check to make sure that your answer is in its most simplest form. In this section of topic 9, they're not really asking you to do that. I do think that some of you can handle it, and it comes back to that GCF. So let's get started, and I'm just going to go over again another problem from your classwork for today at home. If we go to, let's give me the example of 3/10 plus 5/10. Okay, if I have 3/10 plus 5/10, well, we know that denominators are the same. We don't do anything to them. And then we have 3 plus 5, which does equal 8. So 3/10 plus 5/10 does in fact equal 8/10. Well, is that problem, is that fraction, is that result simplified? Is it in its most simplest form? That answer is no. So there is a number that can be divided equally into both 8 and 10. I know somebody in there right now probably has your hand up and you can figure that out. But I'm going to kind of take it all the way down to just the most basic level, where we go back and we try to find the GCF, the greatest common factor. So if I'm listing out the factors of both 8 and 10, remember, factors are numbers we'll multiply together to get that product. So for 8, that would be 1, 2, 4, and 8. For 10, it's going to be 1, 2, 5, and 10. We listed the factors, which is what I've kind of said the F stand for. C would stand for circle your common ones. Well, every number will always have 1 as a common factor. And then I see here we have 2. So the GCF, the common factor, that's the C. G would be your greatest, the largest number of the ones we circled. Well, our GCF is 2. So who remembers what we do with the GCF, to simplify? Well, call him Kate Walker. It's that hat she got me for my birthday or Christmas. One of those two things. Thank you, Kate, and the Walker family for that. But yeah, we're going to divide both your top and your bottom, your numerator and your denominator, by the GCF. And essentially what we're doing is creating equivalent fractions. Okay? So if you remember, what we do to the top, we must do to the bottom. So 8 divided by 2 and 10 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 does equal 4. 10 divided by 2 does equal 5. So the answer to 3/10 plus 5/10 for now equals 8/10. But in time, if it said in its most simplest form, the answer would be 4/5. So that's how you simplify fractions. For some of you, I know you can handle that. You know who you are. If you are wanting some enrichment, then one thing you can do with all of these problems is just go through the process of adding, like I'm asking you to do, come to your answer. This first answer is what your book is going to be looking for now. But if you want to know in its most simplest form, then we find the GCF. You divide both your numerator and denominator by that GCF. And then if you do all that properly, you'll have your answer in its most simplest form. This is Coach Roberts coming to you live-ish. I'm teaching you how to add fractions with like denominators and then taking it a step further and writing your answer in simplest form. Peace.